Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So this channel just reached 500,000 subscribers, which is just super exciting. And so to celebrate that, I decided to do something really special. And that's why in today's video, we will be making this giant watermelon plushie. So to make it, you're gonna need lots of fabric. And the kind of fabric that I'm using is this soft pink fleece-like fabric. And I started out by putting it down on the floor, and I then measured out a triangle shape in the size that I wanted my watermelon to be. And if you want to make this yourself, you can of course choose to make it any size you want, but I just thought that it would be really fun to make a giant one. But anyways, once you have decided the shape that you want, you can go ahead and cut it out. And next I'm gonna make the white part for the watermelon. So I'm placing some white fabric underneath it, and then I'm measuring out how I want it to look like. And you can then cut it out. And after that you can repeat those steps again, but with light green fabric instead. And you can then use a sewing machine to sew the three parts together until it looks like this. And now it's time to make the side of the watermelon. And doing this is actually really easy. You just line up the colors of the fabric with a triangle, and then you can cut it out. And after that you can sew it together like this. And then the next step is to repeat what you just did, so we get two triangle parts and two side parts. And by the way, I just wanted to give a really big thank you to my sister. She's really good at sewing, so she helped me out a lot in this video. And she actually has a YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, you can find the link in the description below. But anyways, once you have your four parts ready, it is time to make the bottom of the watermelon. And doing this is actually really easy. All you need to do is just make a bunch of light and dark green squares, and then you can sew them together like this. And now that you have all of your parts ready for the watermelon, you can move on to the face details. I first cut mine out in paper, and I then placed them all on the watermelon. And then you can just cut out the same pieces in black and pink fabric. And don't forget to make some extra seeds for the back and the sides of the watermelon. And you can then use needles to attach the black parts to the watermelon. And then you just sew them all together. And this part can be a little bit tricky, so if you don't like sewing, you can just use fabric glue instead. So this is how the details turned out once they all were sewn on. And now you just have to put on the details for the rest of the watermelon. And now that you have put all of the details on the watermelon, you can begin to pin all the parts together. And then you can just sew them all together. And once we had done that, our watermelon looked like this. And now it's time for my favorite part, which is to fill the watermelon. We actually got a bunch of sheep pillows from IKEA, and we then used them to fill the watermelon. And now the very last step is to sew together the last hole. And then you are done. And this is how our watermelon turned out. Although I must admit that this was actually quite a lot of work, it was definitely worth it because it turned out super cute. Even these bunnies seems to like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!